Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and this is our daily show. We're going to be covering the underdog picks for the NBA slate on Monday, February 12th. We've got a 10-game slate. We've got some really exciting matchups, and as usual, we have a full 5-pick slip that we are going to be sharing with you. Before we get started, though, if you've never tried Underdog, use our promo code BACKDOOR, and they will not only match your first deposit up to $100, they're also going to give you an instant pick'em special. And they already have a pick'em special on the board with Donovan Mitchell. So definitely make sure you take advantage of that if you're looking to sign up. We love Underdog. They have plays as low as $1, and they have a lot of plays that you just can't find on other platforms. So we like to diversify, and we play many different platforms. But Underdog is definitely one of our favorites. So make sure you take advantage of that deposit match and the instant pick'em special by using our promo code, and they will hook you up with that deal. All right, and if you are new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. You'll want notifications on if you want to be able to jump on these plays before they get bumped or removed, which happens to us a lot, to be honest. They're just constantly updating plays on these platforms. So make sure you're subscribed and have notifications on so you can jump on these plays right away as soon as we drop the video, if you like the plays we're getting into. And if you guys don't mind, do us a favor and like the video. It's the best way to support the channel. It gets us in front of a larger audience, and it literally takes you 1 second to do. So just don't be lazy. Just press the button. It's one button. And it's really, I mean, you have no idea how much it helps the channel. So we appreciate you guys. We'll keep growing this thing. All right, so here are the plays we're going to be covering today. We're going to be taking Walker Kessler. Every time I say his name, I always want to say Walker Kessler Ranger, like Walker Texas Ranger. I don't know why. But Walker Kessler, love this dude. We're going to be taking him for over 3 blocks and steals. Brandon Podziemski, over 4.5 assists. Daniel Gafford, we're really excited about this play. We're taking him for over 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists. John Collins, over 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And Brook Lopez, over 1.5 3-pointers. All right, so before we get into this breakdown, we want to tell you guys about Daily Grind. They're our official partner. They make killer DFS tools, and we honestly couldn't even do what we do the way we do it without them. We use their DFS optimizer every single day. It's amazing for diving into your research and confirming your plays, but also, especially if you don't have a whole lot of time, you can hop on that DFS optimizer, and it just brings all of the best plays right to the top for you. And it puts them in order, and you can not only see what looks the best according to Daily Grind, but they also give you all of the odds from platforms, like pretty much every platform that's out there. You can compare odds. You can see if you have an advantage on the platform you're looking at, and they cover Underdog, Prize Picks, Chalkboard. Like, you just choose which platform you're using, and they'll show you if there's discrepancies between the plays on that platform or other platforms. It's a really killer tool. We use it every day. If you want to check that out, just use code BACKDOOR, and they will give you 25% off your first month. And they have all sorts of tools on there, and you can use that code on any of them. So if you wanted to use like all of it and get like the best value and just go for all of their tools, they'll let you use that code on all of them. So just make sure you use code BACKDOOR. They'll hook you up with that deal. Just go to dgfantasy.com and put the promo code in at checkout. And there's also a link in the description of the video if you want to check that out. All right, so let's get into these plays. So I'm going to start with Walker Kessler here. Let's take a look at his over-under. This is one of the more exciting games that we're looking to get into. We got a 242 over-under with only a 1-point spread favoring the Golden State Warriors. So we shouldn't really be too concerned about a blowout. Anything can happen. Obviously, it's the NBA. We've seen it a million times. Like the underdog ends up just crushing the favored team, and vice versa. So you can't ever consider this to be 100% when you're looking at these, but it is a helpful tool. But 242 is a high scoring game, and a 1-point spread is as close as possible. So this should be fireworks tonight. If we take a look at Kessler here, he had a little bit of a slow start to the season because he was coming off injury, and they were working his minutes in slowly. But we know what this dude's capable of. He is a monster at the center position. If we look at his last 10 games, he's gone over this 5 times, but this is also what would be considered somewhat of a high line. 3.5 is kind of high for blocks and steals, but not for this dude. In his last game, he had 4 blocks and 2 steals. If we go to just his last 5, He's gone over this 3 out of his last 5. And then the 2 that he didn't hit it, sorry, I've got cat hair all over me. My cat was just up here and like I can feel it, cat hair everywhere. But anyways, if we look at the 2 games he did miss, he only missed it by 1. So he's gone for 3 or more in 5 straight games. And yeah, he's a beast. His minutes have been picking up. And yeah, if you even look at these 2 games, we got New York Knicks and the 76ers on the 30th and the 1st of February. He only played 16 minutes and 14 minutes, and he went for 4 blocks in both of those games. I'm telling you, this kid is a monster. So I'm really excited about this. You can see here his minutes have been picking up a little bit. The matchup is like okay. Steals, the Warriors are good about not allowing steals to the other team. They're number 1 in the league. But the thing about Kessler is we're not really, if he gets a steal, it's not necessarily, it'll probably be a block too. You know, it's like that's what I anticipate if he gets the steal. It's because he blocked the ball and he got the rebound, so to speak. But they're 12th in blocks allowed. So they're middle of the road. They're somewhat vulnerable to that, allowing 1.8 per game. But this dude is just a monster. Like we said, this was against my Suns, unfortunately, on the 8th. He went for 4 blocks, 2 steals. So I'm feeling really great about this play. I think that kind of sums it up. Like he's just a monster. I'm feeling really good about it. If we hop over here to Daily Grind, so they had this up earlier. They don't have just his blocks and steals alone on here. I'll refresh it one more time. But if we take a look at his blocks, the blocks alone are set at 2.5, and they have that at about a 50-50 shot. And then the steals are set at 0.5, and they have that at like slightly favored to go under. But the blocks and steals combined, they actually had juice to the over. It's just not displaying for some reason right now. But again, I just showed you over here on Outlier how often he's hitting this. So I'm feeling really good about him going over this, and it's a fun prop. Like this is he's essentially the reason they were cool with letting go of Rudy Gobert is because of what they saw in him. So anyways, enough said about that. That's going to be the first play we're taking over. And then the next play, Brandon Podziemski, 4.5 rebounds and assists. We already covered the over under for this play, so I'm not going to get back into that. But yeah, this kid is a stud as well. He's been getting his minutes over the last 10 games. He's averaging 32.4 minutes per game, only 2.1 fouls per game, so he's not getting in foul trouble. And more recently, his minutes have been getting bumped up a little bit. If you look back here on February 2nd against the Grizzlies, this kid went for 14 assists. So you don't just randomly do that if that's not like a tool in your bag, you know what I mean? And if we go straight over to the last 5 games, he's only gone under this 1 time. And he's got back-to-back games with 7 assists. And those were against difficult teams. He did that against the Pacers. He did that against the Suns. And if we look at this matchup, the Warriors are 8th in assists allowed to shooting guards. But again, the minutes have been good. 34.3 is what his average is over the last 5 games. So feeling really good about this at just 4.5. It shouldn't be difficult for him to hit this line at 5. If we hop over to Daily Grind, they've got this favored to go over at a 51.32% odds to hit the over, and they have it set at a -124. And then across the board, we've got some mixed emotions. DraftKings has it at 50-50. But FanDuel has it at -130, BetMGM -120. Caesars has it all the way up at a -145. So the majority of the odds makers are feeling like this is going to go over as well. So feeling good about this play. And then my last play that I'm going to be covering, then I'm going to pass it to Jordy. Oh no, they just changed Gafford.
No.
Come on, man. I loved that play. Well, here's what I think we should do. I think they'll bring this back. So I'm going to show you the Gafford play. And if it doesn't, if they don't bring this back, use this Donovan Mitchell first quarter special. They have a free play on the board right now. So we'll give you 4. But if this Gafford play comes back, I don't want to just necessarily pivot to like his rebounds and assists or something like that. But I'm going to still give you a quick little breakdown. I mean, we could just go points, I guess. Points alone at 10.5. What do you think, Jordy?
Yeah, man. I like his points or his RA, either one.
Yeah, I think the points. Yeah, I mean, because he's probably going to get those rebounds anyways. But I want to show you. I'm going to still show you guys in case the PRA comes back, because I would take this PRA all the way up to like 21, 22, and it was set at 17.5. We were so stoked. Such a bummer. But let's just get into the breakdown, and you can decide, because I'm so excited about this this matchup here, because Gafford, he just got traded. He's a perfect fit for the Mavericks. He's a really awesome center in the sense that he's like, I don't want to call him undersized, but he's like not like just this big physical center, but he's got this speed and athleticism that is awesome, and it's a perfect fit for the Mavericks. I'm so stoked for them, even though I'm a Suns fan. I just love when we love the game of basketball, so either way, this is a great fit. But at 17.5, you can see he's gone over this 8 out of his last 10 games. So he was doing this whether or not he was with the Mavericks. His first game with the Mavericks against Oklahoma City, he went for 19 points and 9 rebounds, and that was on 17 minutes. So we love this play. He's got an insane matchup, and he's playing against his old team. So I'm just all about this narrative. They are 30th in points allowed, 30th in rebounds allowed, 19th in assists allowed to centers, but they're just terrible on defense. So across the board, they're last in the league on defense in every category. So I'm feeling really good about this. I think he'll probably get like 20, 25 minutes tonight, at least, playing his old team. And with his speed and his ability to dunk the ball, he's just a perfect fit for Luka to just go crazy with the lobs. So feeling really great about this play. If we look at his points alone, he's hit this also over 8 out of his last 10 games. He's got the killer matchup. So if you want to take the points, just take the points. If the PRA doesn't come back, just roll with the points or use that Donovan Mitchell free square. But there's not this. I don't have to break this down too much. This is just a smash play in my opinion. We hop over to Daily Grind. They had this 17.5 PRA at 53.8% odds to hit the over at a minus 133. And then we've got some juice on the board from like Caesars minus 145. So bummed that this went away, but there's other options for Gafford here. The points, the RA, I think I'd probably go points if I had to choose one. And if they happen to give us points and rebounds, roll with it. But just so you guys know, if this PRA comes back and it's even at like 18.5, 19.5, 20, I would take it all the way up to like 20, 21 personally between points and rebounds. So we're just going to roll the points for this slip. Sorry about that, guys. This is why we say have notifications on, because this happened mid-video this time, but it's happened to us like shortly after the video drops sometimes. But yeah, those are going to be the 3 that I'm covering. But Jordy and I built this slip out together, and I'm going to pass it over to him now. And one last thing, this app Outlier, we love it. We've partnered up with them. This is the best statistical analysis app on the market by far. They cover everything from matchups to injuries. They give you insights about the game. If you're just looking for a little bit of advice, they, like Kessler, like Clarkson, like they just give you all these little bits of advice. Killer app. If you want to check it out, you can try it for free for 7 days. Just use the link in the description of the video, and then you can just see how you like. But I know you'll love it. But all right, I'm going to pass it over to Jordy now to cover the rest of these plays.
Yeah, man. So to get me started into mine here, I'm going to be going over John Collins and Brook Lopez. But before I do that, we just want to tell you guys about one of our other partners, and that's Chalkboard. Chalkboard is an awesome app. They're a lot like Sleeper and a lot like Underdog, but more like Sleeper in the sense where you have to hit all your plays to cash, so they don't have like an insured pick or anything like that. But what they do that no other app that I know of does is you can set your own lines. So for instance, if I wanted to take Brook Lopez at 0.5 3-pointers, they'd just give me a lower multiplier on that, so they give me like a 1x, or I could take it all the way up at 2.5 if I think he's going to go for 3 and get like a 2.5x multiplier. So you can build your slip out and get all the way up to like 100x. I think you might be able to go higher than that, I'm not sure. But they also do plays as $1 too, just like Underdog, so you can put a play down for $1 and make a whole bunch of $1 slips, which we like to do sometimes just to get a lot of volume in our betting slips. So it's a good time. Go check them out for sure. They have a sweet deal going on right now, a lot like Underdogs, where if you use code BACKDOOR at sign up, they will also match your first deposit up to $100. So use the link in the description to get there and type in backdoor when you're checking out. So yeah, that's gonna cover that, and let's get right into these plays now. So we'd like this John Collins for over 26.5 PRA. This is kind of a gut play for me. It's favored to go under just slightly. If you look at daily grind here, it's favored to go under by just like barely 1%. So I'm going to be rolling the dice on him to go over this. It's a great matchup for him, whether he's playing the 5 or the 4. Kessler's getting a whole bunch of minutes now, so he's been bumping over to the 4 a lot more, which is his original spot. But he does play the 5 sometimes when Kessler's not on the floor, and each matchup is great for him, as you can see over here. For the 4, 19th in points, 27th in rebounds, and 28th in assists. For the 5, 20th in points, 11th in rebounds, 26th in assists. So that's what we like to see for a PRA. And this dude's been killing it. I mean, it's juiced up there pretty high because of this over-under. If we look at the over-under on this game, we got a 240 over-under with a 1-point favorite to the Golden State Warriors. So massive game here. I could see this being an overtime game. The Warriors have been involved in so many of these, but regardless, it's going to be a huge over-under. So I'm excited for this, and I think Collins, I mean, he's going to get probably almost 40 minutes tonight, I imagine, and this is going to be a fun game. So, you know, it's juiced up there a little bit higher just because of the pace of the game. They wanted, you know, they always bump these lines in these high-scoring games. So I'm not worried about the 26.5, though. He's gone over in 5 out of 10, 3 out of his last 5. And he's just awesome. You know, he can definitely go for a double-double, no problem. He's done it a lot this year. And in this last game against Phoenix, which is a kind of similar matchup, he went for 21 points, 14 rebounds, and 1 assist. So, you know, if they had his PR, I would probably just take the PR. But they only have his PRA on here, so I'm just going with that one. But he can get like 4 and 5 assists sometimes. So I do like the PRA just as well. So liking this play a lot. Like I said, it is juiced to go under, so just go with your gut on this one. But this Brook Lopez 3-pointers, I love this play. He's gone over this in 4 out of 5 games. He's been slowly declining, but the thing about it is his attempts are not. He's had 9, 9, 9, 10, 4, and 5 attempts. So he's still getting enough attempts to get this done. He's shooting 46% from 3 over the last 5 games. And over the last 10, it doesn't look as pretty, but his attempts were a lot lower, and he's getting more confidence in his shot now. And with the way that their team is working now, I think Doc Rivers is kind of giving him the green light to just go ahead and shoot the ball, because he wasn't shooting that much, and ever since Doc has come in, he's getting almost double-digit 3-pointer attempts. So I feel great about this play. It's kind of just like a percentage play. Hopefully he can just get us 2 here. So I'm playing this in like almost every slip I have tonight, so I'm really praying for this one to hit. But it's a good play in my opinion. If you look at daily grind here, they've got it at a 51.29% chance and a minus 125. So I feel pretty good about Brook. This game is a huge over-under too. 229.5 over-under with a 1-point favorite to the Nuggets. So good games here tonight, and I'm excited for these, and those are the 2 I'm covering.
All right, guys, that's gonna cover the 5-pick slip we have for today. Don't forget about that free play for Donovan Mitchell. Take advantage of that. It's a first quarter prop, so you'll want to jump on that right away. But yeah, guys, 10-game slate. It's going to be a good night. We're really excited. A lot of fun basketball to be watched tonight. And if you want to check out our Discord, there's a link in the description of the video. It's about 50 cents a day, and it's a killer resource. And honestly, it's just really good vibes in there. We have a killer community. And we're not trying to say like we're not like one of those channels that's like, hey, we're going to give you these picks, but our best picks are in Discord. No, Discord is really just if you want more content, more volume, more plays. But we don't like save our best plays for Discord or anything like that. But really good community, and everyone in there is just super nice, respectful. They just keep the good vibes going, just like on our channel. We try to be cool to everybody. And everyone in there is like playing like esports and golf and NHL and baseball, you know, like they're getting into everything. So as a community, we all share our slips. We have a section for you to post plays that you like and explain why you like them. So we just all work together in there. If you want to come check it out, just go through the link in the description of the video. Once you're in Discord, go to server subscriptions and then subscribe, and it'll unlock all the channels for you. But that's going to cover it, guys. We hope you have a great night, and we will catch you in the next video.
Good luck, guys.